Hey guys, it's your boy Joe back at it again, CodingPhase.com. In this video, we're going to talk about web developer roadmaps. Now, we see them on YouTube, we see them on Twitter, we see them on GitHub, we even see them on TikTok, right? And every time that I see one, I'm like, damn, man, this is actually not realistic. So let's actually talk about it.
Nobody did it like this, so they wonder, they asking me if I can slow it down, because it's coming too fast for me. I came up from the bottom, now look at me now, they mad at me. I cannot slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me. Nobody did it like this, so they wonder, they asking me if I can slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me.
So let's get into it, guys. I know you've seen the roadmaps, man, and you're like, man, I gotta learn all of this, right? Everybody has done a video at least once of a roadmap, right? I think I'm probably the only one that haven't done like a complete roadmap. I just laid out something that's more realistic for people, okay? But let me show you guys what's going on in here. Shout out to my boy CodeStacker. He got a great video. Shout out to Learn Code Academy, which was the original guy that started this whole trend of complete roadmaps all the way, I believe, like 2013, 2014. Shout out to him, man. Or even before that, man. He's been killing it for a very long time, man. But yeah, man, a lot of people have been doing this freaking full stack roadmaps and you know, front end roadmaps and all of these things, man. I mean, another one that's super popular is this one, which is on GitHub and pretty much has so many different things in here, man, just to become a front-end developer or just to become a back-end developer. So if you are a junior developer, or not even a junior, you're just a noob, right? You just started in this thing. You don't even know if you even want to do this, right? You're jumping into this world of development and you're like, oh my God, I gotta learn all of these things, right? For me to find a job, for me to get paid as a developer, I'm going to need to learn every single thing that's in here, okay? And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, not really. You don't need all of these things that is in here, okay? One thing that I feel like not a lot of people even point out in their roadmaps is that most of the time, if you try to learn every single thing that's in here, it's gonna take you a couple of years, okay? There's things in here, I've been here for 9 years, and there's things in here that I don't even know, okay? Like, straight up, I'm just being 100% honest. There's things in this list of a roadmap and all of this stuff. I've been in the game for 9 years. I worked in companies. I already been hired. I even quit my job. I work for myself. And I don't even need any of these things that's in here, okay? I mean, not any of those things, but a lot of things that's in here you don't need at all. And they put them on the list, and it makes it overwhelming. Okay, for a junior developer, a noob, somebody that's just getting into the game, and they follow any of these roadmaps, you're gonna be here for a long time in your house, just waiting until you catch them all. This is like Pokemon, guys. All right, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. You guys ever play Pokemon? Anybody here played Pokemon before? Okay, everybody knows that all you really need is like about 6 to 8 different Pokemons to beat the whole game. Now, there's about 150 Pokemons. Again, there's probably thousands by now because they got a whole bunch of different games. But there's 150 Pokemons originally, right? But all you really need is about 6 Pokemon to beat the whole game. And you're good to go, okay? And everything else you could catch as you go. Okay, and that's something that I feel a lot of people forget to mention in a lot of this, you know, this roadmaps. Like, if I'm coming through here, bro, I'm just reading through this thing, I feel overwhelmed. I'm like, damn. Like, even I myself, I'm starting to get some imposter syndrome. Like, damn, do I need all of this shit? Do I really need it to get a job? Not really. Not really, bro. You don't need, like, probably a good 45% of these things that's in here you don't need. And yeah, you could say, for example, you could go in and follow the things that like this one. Like, this one is actually not that bad as a roadmap because it actually gives you like a nice little legend here. It tells you, hey man, you got personal recommendations, alternate options, okay, and then it says gray is in order of roadmap, not strict. Learn anytime. I wouldn't. And then gray is like, I wouldn't recommend this. It's funny. He's like, yo, I wouldn't recommend this thing. And it's funny that he just put GitLab and Bitbucket. But by the way, for those of you guys that don't know, most corporate companies, they use Bitbucket. So I don't know what to do here. Like this kind of like throws out this whole roadmap out of the window. When I see things like this, I'll be like, Bitbucket, you don't want people to learn about Bitbucket when most companies use Atlassian and they use Jira and they use Source Tree. Like this is what people use. Like once you get to the big boys league, right? This is the things that you use. But again, this is trendy stuff from the internet, right? Sometimes the stuff that you see on the internet is not really what's happening in the world. Okay. This is like more people's opinions. But at the end of the day, I'm just looking through this thing and I'm like, man, this is overwhelming. Anybody that comes in and looks at any of the videos, right? I've seen a video out there. I'm not going to mention who, but there was like a roadmap video and it's like an hour and a half. And I'm like, yo, like my dude, people don't need all of this stuff. I wish people would just be honest and be like, hey guys, this is what you need. And shout out to CoStacker, because CoStacker actually gave this a try, right? And he actually created this. Okay. Yes, he has a roadmap, and that's just to give you like a huge look of like all of this stuff, because people like to see this shit, right? The longer the video is, the more views it's gonna get. The longer the amount of skills that they put into a roadmap, the more GitHub stars and things like that is going to get. I mean, this has 144,000. This is crazy. Okay. Now, I wish somebody would go in and do exactly what CoStacker did. I might even do this myself, where I might just give you guys exactly what you need to get higher as a developer. Okay. And for the front end and for the back end. Okay. And it's not, it's going to have probably 10% of what is in here. Okay. 10% of what's in here, because that's really what you need. Okay. Just to get higher and just to get into the game. Everything else you learn as you go. There's things in here that you're never going to need. Okay. Like, let's say, for example, you might never need to need something like Elasticsearch. You might never have to use that. Okay. But it's on this list. Okay. LXC, you might never have to use this, but it's on this list. Okay. Neo4j, you might never have to use this, but it's still on this list. Okay. And we just could continue. Caddy, MSISS, like there's things in here that you might never need to freaking learn at all. Like you might never need it, like straight up. Like this is like special cases, scenarios, and special situations. Okay. Carlo, like, yeah, I mean, thank God they put it great, but Carlo, really? Like that shouldn't even be mentioned. All right. Look, this is crazy. So they grade out GOAP, which is actually being used for a lot of different things and it's still being used throughout a lot of different companies, and that's grayed out. So there's a lot of stuff that I see on all of this different roadmaps, and I'm like, yo, throw this shit away, man. Like this is not realistic. This doesn't have like really like good examples of a roadmap that's realistic for a junior developer. Because to be honest with you, and yes, my mouse just died. To be honest with you, like most people that are checking this out are actually junior developers. I don't remember seeing a senior or mid-level developer looking into this roadmaps. They're already in the game. Okay. And this is sometimes why I feel like, people that create this type of things forget who their audience is. Okay. This is why what we do at CodingPhase.com, by the way, if you've never heard of CodingPhase.com, go check it out. It's a link in the description. It's my website. I try to keep it real with you guys and give you guys everything that you need to become a developer in there. Okay. But this is what has made CodingPhase.com successful, right? We take a realistic approach to things and we give you exactly what you need, right? We don't just go in and start stuffing things in your face just because. Or we don't come in and tell you, hey, this is trending, so you must learn this. Hey, this thing just popped up, so you must learn this. Like, nah. We go where the jobs are at. We go with what you need to get into the industry. And this is why I feel like a lot of people forget who their audience is, right? Like, as a senior developer, I'm not looking for these roadmaps, right? As a senior developer, you learn what you need to learn, right, to get the job done, okay? You're not looking for a roadmap to tell you, learn this, learn that, learn this, learn that. The person that's actually looking for this is the person that just started, that has no idea how to get into the game. And seeing a roadmap like this can just, you know, mess up their whole flow. Straight up. It can mess up their whole flow because now they're here thinking, I need all of these things that's in here. And in reality, you don't. You learn as you go. Okay. Keep that in mind. You learn as you go. Okay. Once you get into the game, you're going to learn things that the job requires you to learn. Okay. But all you need is the fundamentals: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, some type of backend language. You could use JavaScript with Node.js. You could use PHP. Stick to the basics. Use MySQL. Okay. Shit.